Hello everyone, yes, the All Seasons is 4 years old today. I cannot believe it. Of course, I started on F104 for the career mode 4 years ago. I have no idea what I'm going to do with my Friday and Saturdays, which is when I actually edit and record these videos, when it's all over. But of course, at some point in the future, it will be all over. But of course, that won't be yet. That won't be yet. And of course, we've now got F1 2021 to add to the mix as well. I'd just like to say a massive, massive thank you to everyone that has enjoyed this series for the last 4 years. Yes, 6th of June 2017 is when I started this series. I'd just like to say a massive thank you to everyone that is still watching this series with the Hookster. I love the fact that he sort of turned into this sort of character of his own now, which is just absolutely great to see. And I hope we can still continue with many more episodes of the All Season. So I'd just like to say thank you everyone and enjoy the video. Well, hello there, all you strange and interesting creatures of the internet. Welcome back to the All Seasons on F1 2018. As you can see, Lux is currently in third place, 45 points behind the leader. Okay, it's time to select our rival now. We're going to see if we've got... it's Sebastian Vettel, because there is no one else, so he's going to be our main rival. And of course, with Sergio Perez, our teammate. Let's go to the vehicle performance comparison chart and see where we are. You can see we are currently pretty much about midfield, just behind the Haas F1 team, but ahead of McLaren. Fantastic. So it's time now to bolt some more parts into the car. I think Carl is going to recommend us some sort of downforce. Yes, there it is. So we're going to put that onto the car. And in fact, we got enough points to put 2 parts onto the car. So we've got some power for the engine as well. The ignition system. Fan-bloody-tastic. Okay, then it's time to start the next Grand Prix. Let's do this.
They've announced that the technical regulations are changing for next season. Now there's a risk a lot of our hard work could be undone if we're not careful. So let's figure out how to mitigate this. Drivers, take a look at the developments we have and let us know what you want to invest in protecting. Alright everyone, let's get on top of this.
Struth, Bruce is getting all in a tizzy about something. I don't know what it is. Oh yeah, regulation changes. So we've got to sort out all these parts for the next Grand Prix. Fan-bloody-tastic.
Welcome along again to the Marina Bay Circuit. The atmosphere is thick, not just with humidity, but with tension as well, as we get ready for qualifying here at the Singapore Grand Prix.
So here we are for qualifying at the Singapore Sling, a circuit that the Hookster used to hate, but it has to be said, it's starting to grow on him. Yes, it's starting to grow on him. So let's see what fantastic qualifying performance he's going to put in. At the moment, Brendan Hartley has got pole. Yes, so gay. So bloody gay. As we cross the line now, and we're just shy of Brendan Hartley's time. Fantastic. Anyway, a little bit later into qualifying, you can see we're down to 13th place at the moment behind Le Mans Grosjean and ahead of Stoffel Van Doon. Let's see if we can improve on that. Yes, our Delta... Oh, no, we lost it. We lost it at the end there. Oh, no. So still in 13th place at the moment for the Hookster. So the qualifying is now over. You can see still in 13th place, Sergio Perez in 12th. Are we going to drop or are we going to stay in 13th place? The answer to that is going to be a resounding yes, it is. Down to 14th place. For flipping. Let's get on with it, shall we?
As the sun sets over the South China Sea, the sport that never sleeps is alert and raring to go. Welcome, under the bright lights of the Marina Bay Circuit, to another Singapore Grand Prix. It's a very long, very physical lap, this one, and really there's not much in the way of margin for error. So we have a bit of an endurance race for you tonight. We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and starting alongside in P2 is Sebastian Vettel. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo, and Verstappen, Hülkenberg, Sainz, Alonso, and Charles Leclerc, Perez, Murray, Kevin Magnussen. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. And Grosjean, Hartley, Ericsson, Pierre Gasly, and Lance Stroll, Van Dorn, and Sergei Sirotkin rounds off the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Okay, so just looking at the strategy, you can see that it's going to rain in the final third of the race. So I think we're going to change up to the Hypersoft tyre and make sure that will go until it starts raining, and then we can come in for some intermediate tyres. That's the plan. Anyway, we will see whether it comes to fruition as we start the Grand Prix. So once again, it's time for the 5 lights to go out on the All Seasons career mode, and we say go, go, go. And it's away he goes from 12th position. There's his teammate Sergio Perez onto the right hand side as we go to turn 1. Is he going to do a dive? Well, of course he is. It's the Hookster, and oh, bloody hell. He's got past both the Renaults. Bloody-tastic, and he's right up the Jack Jones of both of these Red Bulls. Look at this. Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo are fighting like crazy with each other. Look at this. Go on, take each other out, lads. Take each other out. Anyway, we're already up into 7th position. It's another fantastic performance from the guy that never gives up, and he never surrenders, don't you know? What's he going to do here? What's he going to do? Is he going to dive to the middle? Oh no, he goes to the inside. Oh, look at that. One of the Red Bulls had to, there's almost contact there. In fact, both the Red Bulls have gone off the circuit. We're going to wall in for a collision with Maxi Boy Verstappen. But we're up now into 5th position. Yes, 5th place, still on the first lap of the Grand Prix at Singapore. Wowzers me trousers, I cannot believe it. On the birthday of the All Seasons, we've managed to get up into the serious points. Yes, the serious points on the first lap of the Grand Prix. 5th place, Kimi Raikkonen, the Iceman himself, is a car ahead, and you can just see on the mini-map now that they're already the front runners are starting to pull it. Look at that, look. It's a Ferrari Mercedes. Bloody-tastic. So, still pursuing Kimi Raikkonen, but already, after just half a lap, the gap is 2.3 seconds. The Ferraris and the Mercedes, they're away and gone, it has to be said. They're away and gone in this Grand Prix. As we now come into this very, very tight left-hander. Be very, very careful. You actually go straight to the barrier on the right-hand side there. But the Hookster did it superbly, absolutely superbly. And we're still holding on to this 5th position for the Pink Panthers. Yes, the Pink Panthers have returned. And Lewis Hamilton puts in a fastest lap, which means, of course, he's in the lead of this race currently. As we cross the line and start lap 2 of this Grand Prix. We accelerate forward down to lap 4. Lap 4 still holding on to 5th place. One of the Mercedes has come into the pits. That's Valtteri Bottas. So we do make up 1 position. Up into 4th place now. Still chasing Kimi Raikkonen, but the gap is still pulling away. Very, very much indeed for Kimi. As we accelerate forward down to lap 5, and it looks like we've got 2 more cars coming for their pits. Yes, the Mercedes and the Ferrari, which means that the Hookster's going to go up into 2nd place now. Kimi Raikkonen is ahead in the lead, and he's 6 seconds ahead at the moment on lap 6 of the Grand Prix. But where is the rain? Come on, it's almost time for it to start raining. As we accelerate forward now, still on lap 6, just going past the pits, and now Kimi Raikkonen is coming for his stop, so we go into the provisional lead of this Grand Prix. We've got 35% wear on our Hypersoft tyres. Yes, don't forget Hypersoft. This was 2018 when they had all those stupid different compounds. Hypersoft, Ultrasoft, soft, hard, medium hard, semi-hard. It was just bloody ridiculous in the end. Anyway, we're still in the lead at the moment on lap 7 as we accelerate forward now to lap 8, and it's time for us to, we've got to come in. It hasn't started raining. That's completely cocked up our strategy, but we've got to come in because the Hypersofts are finished. Well, that is a real disappointment. They're absolute disaster, in fact, for the All Seasons. So we've got to change on to the Ultrasoft tyres. I don't even think it's going to rain, to be honest. Anyway, we rejoin the field at the moment. Oh, still ahead of our teammate Sergio Perez. But is he going to... Yes, he gets a jump on us, as you can see, going down the start and finish line. So we're down to 7th place. We haven't rejoined the field yet. Down to 9th, down to 10th place, just ahead of Brendan Hartley. No, Brendan Hartley goes past us, and so does Charles Leclerc now. So we're down to 13th place on lap 9. And the bloody rain didn't come down. That's absolutely outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. So we're chasing Charles Leclerc, as you can see, currently in 12th position in that Alpha. Oh, yellow flag, what's going on? Car slowing down, that's Charles Leclerc. Well, he must have an engine problem or something wrong with the gearbox or something, and we managed to get one place up into 12th position and chase him, Brendan bloody Hartley, who's currently in 11th place. Was that rain? Anyway, we accelerate forward at lap 10, still chasing Hartley, and yes, it has finally started to rain. I don't believe it, but we couldn't have lasted much longer on those hypersofts, so we had to come in for those ultrasofts anyway. And in fact, most of the rest of the field did as well. And we're still chasing Brendan Hartley, but it is starting to rain. But is it going to rain enough for us to change tyres, or are we going to get to the end of this Grand Prix? Well, we're just about to find out. There is Brendan Hartley. He's got Daniel Ricciardo just ahead of him. We're still in 12th place though. We've got Lance Stroll behind us in the Williams. So we're going to see now if we can get past Brendan Hartley into this next sort of chicane at the gorgeous Singapore circuit. Getting very, very close to the rear end of Brendan Hartley now. Let's see if we can get past him. Well, there's nowhere here to get past, of course, but we could dive into this left-hander. Oh, do we make the move on Brendan Hartley? Yes, we do. Almost going to the wall though, but yes, wowzers me trousers. We get past Brendan Hartley now up to 11th place, but we're still outside the World Championship points at the moment. Next target is Daniel Ricciardo. He's got Magnussen ahead of him. And it is steadily raining now as we accelerate forward at lap 11. We go for a move down the inside of Daniel Ricciardo and we get the place, yes. So now we're back into the World Championship points, but it's only 1 point at the moment, 10th position, still chasing K-Mag, and it's still sort of raining, but not really raining hard enough. Don't forget, of course, this is Singapore. It could start to absolutely piss down in about 1 lap's time as we accelerate forward at lap 11. Go for a move on the inside, this time on K-Mag. Yes, we do it. Up now into 9th position. Hulkenberg in the Renault is now the car ahead of us, and it's still really not raining as we accelerate forward to lap 11, and the DRS has been disabled, which means we've got to come in for intermediate tyres now. It still doesn't look like it's raining that bad, but we are going to come in. We don't want to risk going out for another lap because we may lose all the grip in these ultra softs, and our teammate is in as well. Oh my goodness, in fact loads of cars are in. This could be a cluster. This could be an absolute cluster as we come in for our pit stop. We come in from 9th position now. Let's see what happens. All the lads are out in the other teams. Look at this. And we change onto the intermediate. In fact, that was a very late call for the intermediates from the Hookster. I don't think he managed to press the button in time, but finally we do get the intermediates on, and we're going to rejoin now in, it's 8th position, 8th place at the moment. This may be okay. We're still going to get some points. A little bit disappointed, of course, but the weather was definitely a factor in this race, and we rejoin in 8th place on lap 12 of the Grand Prix, and ahead of Brendan Hartley. Yes, Brendan bloody Hartley. As we accelerate forward at lap 15, it's the last lap of the race. You can see, well, it's still raining steadily, but we have managed to hold on to this 8th place ahead against Brendan Hartley, and Valtteri Bottas has won the race. Yes, Valtteri's won it. And we are going to get some more points for our campaign in our Pink Panthers. So it's all good. Unfortunately, we could have got a little bit higher, I think, in the placings if we hadn't have had to come in for that pit stop, because, of course, it did rain, but not when I wanted it to. But there you go. That's the weather for you. It's very, very unpredictable indeed. As the fireworks go off in the background, you can see, and we're about to cross the line now and get 8th place for the race. Fantastic. Yes, well done, Hookster. Well done indeed.
Okay, good job, mate. Really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
So there you go, 8th position. More points in the bag. And onto the podium now. There is Valtteri Bottas. And there's all the team mechanics. Look at that. Look at that. Fantastic. Holds the trophy up high. It's time now for the champagne. Going over everyone. Yeah, go on, lads. Go on. There's Toto Wolff, the Terminator. Is your name, Sherlock? No. For the last time, Toto, it's not. Okay. So there you go then. Sergio Perez finished in 6th place in the championship. Now we've gone down to 4th place, 53 points behind the leader, which is currently Lewis Hamilton. Our teammate Sergio Perez in 8th place with 64 World Championship points. Wowzers, me trousers. Okay then, it's time to move on now after the Singapore race and move on to the next Grand Prix. But before we do that, it's time once again to go out in one of those glorious old cars of yesteryear. And this time it's a McLaren. I think it's the 2008 McLaren. I hope it is, otherwise I'm going to get crucified in the comments once again. And unfortunately it's absolutely tipping down with rain, but I still managed to appreciate the glorious beauty of this car from 2008. It's got lots and lots of grip and lots of power.
Welcome back to Sochi. We're about to be joining the action down in the pit lane as the cars get ready to embark on their qualifying runs.
So here we are at Russia for round 16 of the championship at Sochi. It's a beautiful sunny day in Russia, absolutely beautiful, no clouds in the sky whatsoever. Let's see what time the Hookster can put in as he's about to cross the line. Charles Leclerc's got pole at the moment and we are going to get... Ooh, we've got pole position. Fan-bloody-tastic. Anyway, a little bit later to qualifying, you can see we're down to 9th place, but we are up on our delta time. In fact, half a second at the moment. So let's see if... Oh, Hookster's gone very, very wide there. Very, very wide indeed. We lost all our delta time. Well, a little bit. We're still in the green at the moment, so let's see if we can claw some of this back and maybe drop up the standings, or climb up the standings I should say, as we're just about to come around the final corner. And I'll say it's going to be, yes we do, 7th place just behind Sergio Perez. Anyway, that's the end of qualifying. You can see 7th position for us I think is going to be our finishing position. Sergio Perez just ahead of us in 6th place, so well done to Sergio. Qualifying is complete. Now we're going to drop, or are we going to stay where we are? And no, we stay where we are, 7th place. Fantastic. Okay then, let's do this.
Good afternoon from Sochi as we prepare to get underway for the Russian Grand Prix. The championship battle has some time to go yet, but still expect no quarter to be given here on this circuit that made its debut in 2014 and has already seen some classic racing. With that then, let's run through the grid order. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Ricciardo, Kimi Raikkonen and Perez, Murray, Sainz, Alonso and Kevin Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Leclerc, Marcus Ericsson and Sirotkin, Grosjean, Gasly, Stoffel Van Dorn and Max Verstappen. They'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Stroll and Brendan Hartley rounds off the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
So, for the second race in a row, it is going to rain in the final third. So once again, we are going to pick the Hypersoft tyre, and this time, hopefully, it will rain before the end of the Grand Prix and we can change these Hypersofts. That's the theory. Anyway, we will find out. How far can we go on the Hypersofts? 6 laps. I think we want to see if we can extend that to 7 laps so that we're well into the rain cycle so we can then change on the intermediates. So there you go. Yeah, 7 laps. Okay then, let's see how we do. So it's time once again for the 5 lights to go out on the All Seasons career mode, and we say go, 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 and it's away he goes. 7th place on the grid. Perez just ahead of us off to the right hand side as we go into this sort of turn 1. Got to be very, very careful here, very, very careful indeed. And Hookster's now going for the inside line. Is he? Yes, he is. Oh, Sergio Perez pulls well out in front of us, but oh my goodness, no, Hookster, no. Oh, bloody hell, and he goes through up into the lead of the Grand Prix. I cannot believe it. What a move there from the Hookster. From 7th position on the grid, he goes up into the lead, and Sergio Perez has followed him into 2nd place. Well done, Sergio Perez. Fan-bloody-tastic. So the Pink Panthers are 1-2 at the moment in the Grand Prix at Russia. Oh my god. Sergio Perez is in 2nd place and Sebastian Vettel is in 3rd position in, of course, the Ferrari car. You can see it's sort of overcast now at Russia, so hopefully that rain is going to come pretty soon. We need it to come pretty soon so we can change onto the intermediate tyres early and hopefully avoid having to do 2 stops, and hopefully the other teams will have to do 2 stops and we can outsmart them for once in our strategy calls. Let's hope so anyway. Let's bloody well hope so. So still in the lead for Hookster, Sergio Perez almost half a second behind now, as you can see even the halo, the beautiful shot of the halo there. And you can also see how limited you are on visibility if you're a Formula 1 driver, but they don't care. They are real men indeed are the Formula 1 drivers of yesteryear. Not now, no, load of bloody wimps. Anyway, just about to complete the first lap of the Grand Prix, still in the lead at the moment for Hookster. Sergio Perez still behind in 2nd place, and our fastest lap, of course, goes to the Hookster as we accelerate forward now to lap 2, still on lap 2, and Sergio Perez is trying to sneak down the inside of us, but we're managing to cover him off and hold on to our 1st place. Yes, still 1st position at the moment as we accelerate forward now to lap 5. Lap 5 still in first place, and look at this. Some of the cars are peeling into the pits from their Hypersofts onto the harder tyres. It's going to be the Ultrasofts. Fantastic. We're going to stay out because we're banking on this rain on lap 6. Hopefully it's going to come pretty soon. It needs to. Otherwise we're going to be in the same situation as the last Grand Prix. We accelerate forward. That's lap 8. Lap 8. And yes, thankfully the rain has come down. Or it's starting to anyway. But is it soon enough or is it too late? I'm not quite sure. But we are going to stay on these tyres and hopefully not bin it into the gravel. If there was any gravel. So we accelerate forward down to lap 9. Lap 9 still holding on to the lead at the moment. But the DRS has now been disabled. Oh my goodness. Let's hope that the Hookster's not going to bin it before he gets back to the pits. As he now goes into this turn. Oh, bloody hell. Hold it, Hookster. Hold it. Oh, a little bit of reverse lock there. Oh, fantastic there from Hookster. That was supreme, absolutely supreme reactions, and he managed to hold it together. We got Verstappen behind us, but he's 13 seconds behind at the moment because, of course, all the other cars have come in for an early stop to change off the Ultrasofts. Yes, you can see on the screen now, Verstappen on Ultrasoft and so is Bottas. We didn't come in, so we're still on these very, very worn Hypersofts, and it's wet as well. So we've got to be very, very careful coming into the pits as we go wide, very, very wide indeed, but I think we're going to be okay, yes. So we come in for our pit stop. This is going to be an absolutely superb strategical call if we manage to pull this off. And on the All Season's birthday, if we can get a win out of this, it'll be even better. So we change on to the intermediate tyres. Thank you, lads. And we rejoin. Verstappen comes in, but he's got to make his pit, of course, and he's behind us. And he's 6 seconds behind at the moment as we rejoin on lap 10 with just a few more laps to go. The Hookster is going to rejoin in first position, and our teammate has also come in for his pit stop. So the car behind us now is, it says Sebastian Vettel, but he's still going round on ultra soft tyres. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Someone call in Sebastian Vettel. He's going to be very, very slow indeed, as you can see. I don't know why he's still going round on ultra softs. That's bizarre, absolutely bizarre. Maybe his teammate came in and decided to stay out. But anyway, we accelerate forward at lap 13. It's the last lap of the race, everyone. Yes, it's absolutely pissing down now. It's almost time to go on to full wets, but we're not going to. We're going to stay in these intermediates because it's the very, very last dying seconds of this Grand Prix. And it looks like the Hookster on the All Season's birthday. Yes, 4 years old, the All Season's is. It looks like we are going to get a win after an absolutely brilliant move on the strategy from the Hookster there. As to be said, he only pitted once, all the other teams had to pit twice, so he's gained at least 22 seconds from that pit stop that he didn't have to do on all the cars behind him. That's why he's currently ahead of Verstappen, and I think he's a good 5 seconds back from the Hookster. Well, I say that, it looks like he's a lot closer than that, so it may only be a couple of seconds. Anyway, it doesn't really matter because we're just about to come round the final turn now and win the race in the Pink Panther, the Force India. There's the checkered flag, just the final corner now. We come round and we are going to win it, are we? Yes, we are. Get in there. Wowzers. Fantastic. What a birthday present. What a birthday present indeed. And there is Vijay Mallya with the ponytail still in place. Yes, in 2018. Well done, VJ. He's going to be well happy with that. And there he is. Look, the Hookster still so sprightly. Still so sprightly. 39 years old. And he's still winning races. And there's his team congratulating themselves like, oh my God, like they always do. I just saw someone in the crowd then. I just saw someone in the crowd, and there is, I think that was Lulu. So on to the podium. There he is, top step where he deserves to be for the Hookster. And there's his team, and there's his trophy as he holds it up high. Well done, Hookster. It's time now for the champagne to go over everyone. Go on, Hookster. All over the cameraman. Look at that. 20 grand right up your shirt. He doesn't care. He does not care one little bit. So let's go to the race standings then. After both these rounds of the championship, you can see that we have now skyrocketed to third place, just 34 points now behind Lewis Hamilton. Teammate Sergio Perez in 8th position with 65 World Championship points, and we're 5th in the Constructors. So, as always, everyone, thanks so much for watching, and in fact, thanks so much for watching for the past 4 years. And yes, of course, there will, of course, be more later.